Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the middleweight bout between Caio Borralho versus Makhmud Muradov. And how this one right here between Caio Borralho versus Makhmud Muradov is, I'm gonna go high confidence Caio Borralho. I just feel like he's showing everything that you want to see in a bright prospect contender, whatever you want to call him. The UFC, I feel like, I don't know, I'm not even getting into that whole whether somebody's a prospect or a contender. In my mind, dude's a contender. But anyway, he's showing everything you want to see from a fighter that's trying to be someone, is going to be someone, and make a factor and stick around in this division. He's showing everything you want to see from him. Makhmud Muradov showed that for a period of time, but I feel like the Gerald Machar fight has affected him, definitely. And I also feel like the inactivity has affected him. Nonetheless, he's still a pretty solid fighter, so ain't no lock in there just yet. I mean, ain't gonna be no lock in this one. Because that very much could be one fight, and he could have very well made some improvements from there. And even with the fight, it still showed to be a pretty solid fighter. But he going to Caio Borralho, who I feel is a much more well-rounded fighter. I feel like Makhmud Muradov just kind of shows to be like a striker. Very bouncy, very springy, in and out, very fast, super athletic, super explosive. Can be defensively negligent. And going to Caio Borralho, Borralho's another guy that's, pretty springy. He's kind of more reserved with his springiness. He's not on his toes, constantly jumping and out, doing jumping uppercuts and flying knees and all that stuff, constantly doing stuff like that and swinging wingy hooks and stuff and swingy overhands. He's not that type of dude. But he will come in, probably jump and stab you with a teep or something, jump in and like blitz you every now and then, land a strike. Like he's more reserved. And I feel like he has good time and good reads, and also on top of that reads with the striking, he has it on with the grappling as well. And I feel like he can exploit. Like they could both be playing a little game of chess. I feel like Muradov will be the one that's more likely to try to engage or likely to try to overexert himself with things. And Borralho can, the same way that he can explode in with his strikes. Borralho could see that, get a read on it, level change, blast right through him, and get takedowns off those aggressive actions. And he can land counters too. Like Withnain could be doing it, like Muradov could be trying to land something. He could slip, land it, clean, sharp shots. I think on feet is very competitive. I would kind of favor Muradov, to be honest, but it's an MMA fight, and Caio Borralho has that other edge. Like I feel like Makhmud Muradov really just presents one area, and I also feel like Borralho paces himself better, controls him better, and I feel like his last fight probably feel like, I could have did this better. I didn't pace. I mean, I didn't. My energy didn't hold up. But a small adjustment, come in this fight and be fresh throughout 3 rounds to do what needs to be done. But nonetheless, I think overall, this is more well-rounded fighter, more composed, higher fight IQ fighter. I think he just takes advantage of everything that Muradov's strengths are at. Land counters off his, gets better read of his timing and his exertion. Land counters, counter strikes, counter takedowns, and controls the cage, controls the pace. And I think he's able to score some takedowns and really work on Muradov. And I'm gonna say like a second round submission. I feel like he's able to land some clean shots, take him down. We're on the first round. Then Muradov starts to be more hesitant. Timing starts to get more predictable. He starts to be thinking. The more you're thinking, you're not reacting off just your instincts and your trained body. Now you're starting to slow down because you're thinking. That's energy spending. That makes you're slower. You're spending more energy because you're thinking, and you're more predictable. I just feel like it's a downhill effect from that point. Then start to see Borralho get those takedowns more dominantly, and just really start to really pin him to the mat, land ground and pound, and really secure these positions. Probably tight waist, body lock, and just pounding them out. And then in that like sequence, what's happening here? But anyway, in that sequence, he's able to tap him out. Like you start to see Muradov wear down, get ground and pounded, and he start to get wear down. Next start to come up a little bit more, sink in the rear naked choke, tap him out second round. So in this one, I got Caio Borralho via second round submission.